intoxicating.
Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and jump into mixing. Now, Addie here does have previously demi-permanent color on her hair, so I'm just going to be mixing up a bowl of Schwarzkopf Blonde Me in 20 volume with Olaplex, just so I have all the protection and she can go ahead and lift nice and slow instead of busting through that cuticle, just to keep the integrity of her hair. And this is what my sectioning is going to be looking like today. She's going to be going nice and long, adding extensions in the color, the Bailey and the Kendra, so we're going to be color matching those as well. So I'm just going to be doing a partial because that's basically where you're going to see it. Also, we don't know exactly how her hair is going to lift since she does have demi-permanent color. So I'm just going to be going to my go-to. This is what I use anytime I'm going to be lifting anybody with demi-permanent color, or if anybody's going lighter. That's going to be Teasy lights. Now, I do love Teasy lights. I feel like a lot of people do get intimidated by Teasy lights, however, because they might be scared of combing out in the bowl. It might be a hot mess or anything like that, but I promise you, Teasy lights never let you down whenever you're getting to something that it can be a little bit unpredictable, like lightning hair that has a demi-permanent color on there, because it's going to be a little bit harder to knock through. So I'm going to be going through, and the brush I'm going to be using is my Power Painter by Fraymar. You guys, I love this brush. It's like a cute little paintbrush, and the reason that I'm going to be using it again today is because I'm not going to be going all the way to her root. We are going to give her a nice, pretty dimensional rooted look. So we're going to be going through, taking in little small weaves, and I'll give you up close in a second of exactly how I'm doing this, and then just teasing it one time to add minimum dimension. And then what we're going to be doing is using that Power Painter, like I was talking about, to feather up at the root instead of taking it all the way to the root. This is going to ensure that everything is so super nice and blended. And this is going to ensure that she does have a nice and soft root and a transition from when we root her to the highlights. And the reason I'm going in with Teasy lights for this process is because of their main purpose. The purpose of doing Teasy lights is that everything that's going to be back combed into the tease, after it's brushed out, after all the process is done, it's just going to be adding more dimension. Everything's going to be more blended, and I just prefer doing something like this rather than just doing like a typical balayage.
I push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the, move like the, move like the sunlight. Darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break.
And when it comes to feathering up, you want to make sure that your product is not getting into the teased area. If that does happen, it is going to cause it to be very splotchy and uneven.
Radiate, radiate, radiate. Gravitate, gravitate, gravitate. Innovate, innovate, innovate. Move like the over your skin, you can see it beat, intoxicating your energy. First time in so long you felt the heat, evaporating your bindings. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the, move like the, move like the sunlight. Darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like
And you can see right here, you guys, that I'm taking more of a traditional fine weave instead of a baby light. And what I'm going to be doing is holding the hair straight out from the head and teasing once, and then trying to kind of get that tease just to stay a little bit closer to the head. And then I'll go in with my foil. And then, like I was saying earlier with my power painter, I'll go ahead and saturate the mids and feather up, and then fully saturate the mids to ends. And whenever it comes to a money piece, Addie here is not a fan of them, so we're not going to be doing one on her today, but there is nothing wrong with doing a money piece on someone who's getting a full Teasy light in a traditional balayage look. You do have that pop piece in the front, and I think it is oh so beautiful as long as it is done in the right way. I think a lot of times people go and take too many slices off their hairline, and it is a little chunky or like a big stripe in the front. So if I was to be adding a money piece to her today, I'd probably end it off on just doing a slice off of her hairline and then two back-to-back Teasy lights, and then just transitioning that pop piece into her other foils. And now we're going to be mixing up in an applicator bottle Redken Shades Q4N 5NA. Her dominant tone of extensions is going to be the Bailey from Jay-Z Styles Co. extensions, and that is about a level 3 or 4. And you'll see that her dropouts are really warm, and we're just going to tone those down just so they match the extensions perfectly. So I'm just going to fully saturate this and let her process for at least 15 to 20 minutes, and then you'll see me pulling her foils at the bowl. And with this application, I'm going to be saturating everything but her new growth, everything that's dropped out besides that. Her new growth, I'm not going to tone until I do her smudge at the bowl, but I do want to get those faded in to make sure those are super saturated. And now that she is fully processed and her foils have lifted to about a level 9, we're going to go ahead and rinse off all of those dropouts with cold water. This is just going to ensure that nothing bleeds together whenever I take out those foils. And everything in her foils, you guys, did lift to a perfect level 9. It was super even, and I was super excited about this. The reason I wanted to get her to a level 9 is because I am going to be toning her with Redken Shades level 7 and 8. And you can see what I mix up in a minute. But when it comes to doing something like this, just always remember, lift your clients to a level lighter than what they're wanting, their desired look. And then you'll be able to deposit those tones perfectly and evenly. So what I'm going to be doing now, you guys, is just going through with Kevin Murphy Hydrate Me Wash and giving her one good shampoo. This shampoo is amazing for processes like this because it's going to go ahead and get rid of all that lightener. So everything takes very evenly, but at the same time, it's not going to strip anything that we did whenever we were depositing those tones to all of her dropouts.
Old walls that I built for you just to dig me out with silver spoons. No, I didn't see it coming. Oh, old walls that I'm stuck inside. I guess beauty sees what I can't find. I didn't, no, I didn't see it coming. Well, I got your truth and I got your message. I want you to know that you are the love of my life, the love of my life.
And I don't know about you guys, but I do feel like that lately I have been trying to rush through clients and everything, but I really do want to start doing better shampoos for my clients. I went to Aveda, so I learned a lot of scalp massages and things like that. So if you guys want a video on the perfect shampoo, because I have been told that I give the best shampoo whenever I really try and I'm not in a rush, go ahead and leave it in the comments below and I'll be happy to do that for you guys. And now that she is all washed, we're going to go through with our Olaplex number 3 treatment and apply that mids to ends. This is included in all of my pricing, and this is also going to be a barrier so her root doesn't smudge down too far and also help us comb out the teas a little bit. So now we can go ahead and start mixing up her root. I'm going to be using Redken Shades 4N since that is our dominant tone, and then adding a little splash of 1B. You guys, this is super strong, so you don't need a lot of it, and I'm going to be mixing that together with the gel processing solution. I've been using gel quite often lately, and I have been loving it. Just look at this consistency. It's a lot thicker than using regular processing solution, and it is the best for roots. So if you haven't tried this, you guys, you better give it a try. And so now we can go and start rooting her. I'm just going to be taking this root down to where the highlights start to blend up. If you remember, whenever we were foiling, we just blended up. So I'm just taking it down there to make the easier transition. You guys enjoy Jessie in the background being pregnant. She's about to pop. She's going to be induced on Monday, but I swear she's going to have her baby on Thursday. But back to what we were doing, I'm just going to be taking this, smudging her, blending, letting it sit for about 7 to 10 minutes just until I feel like it's ready. Taking my blending comb, of course, and brushing through each quadrant as I am doing them. And then also this gel is going to help it not smudge too far. And then also the barrier of Olaplex is going to protect those previously lightened ends so it doesn't smudge down too far. And then we can get off to toning.
Old walls that I'm stuck inside. I guess beauty sees what I can't find. I didn't, no I didn't see it coming. Well I got your phone and I got your message. I want you to know that you are the love of my life. The love of my life.
And now we're going to get into mixing. What I'm going to be doing is using 8V and 8T, just a little bit of those two to counteract any warm tones. And then the tones I'm going to be depositing are going to be 8GI, 7NB, 8N, 9NB. This is going to give us the perfect color to match the pops of dimensions she has through her extensions. The pops of dimensions are going to be the Kendra, you guys. It's one of my favorite colors. So we're just going to mix this and apply it at the bowl, and then voila, we are done. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you have any video suggestions, you should leave them in the comments below, and happy Wednesday!